talk for a minute. Okay. We're going to talk about something that I guarantee you you're not expecting. And that is, when is it time to walk away? Walk away from what you're asking. Walk away from the SCA. That's right. We're talking about that right now. Now, what do I mean? What do I mean? If you're listening to this, chances are you're not in this situation. But what I need you to understand, especially new members out there, is that there is this balance that we have to strike in the SCA with the real world. Now, that balance is unique to everyone. Everyone has different requirements. Everyone has different balance points. But the SCA, for the overwhelming majority of us, does not pay our bills. It does not keep a roof over our head. It does not keep food in the fridge. It does not educate our children. The SCA is a game by every definition I'm aware of. And yet, I unfortunately do know people who have let the SCA take up so much of their time and so much of their physical, mental, emotional, and fiscal resources that it starts affecting their real life. It starts affecting their ability to pay bills. It starts affecting their ability to do their job. Now, I know some of you are like, how can it get that bad? There are plenty of people I know who they don't make it to practice, archery practice, rapier practice, fighting practice, whatever, because they need to make sure they have enough mental and emotional energy to get up in the morning and go to work. They need to make sure they have enough energy to get up in the morning, get their kids out of bed, and get them out the door for school. They have to have enough energy. They have to have enough spoons, is a common phrase. However you want to qualify it, quantify it. They need to have enough physical and or mental and or emotional reserves to do the things that let them do the SCA. And sometimes, unfortunately, they reach a point where they don't have time at all for the SCA. They don't have the reserves to do anything. They can't make a populist meeting. They can't make an ANS meeting. They can't make an archery practice. They can't make a fighter practice. They can't even log online half the time. It's just too much for them. But the SCA has a lot of their friends in it. This is where they socialize. This is where they get to actually be a person. So sometimes you catch yourself, and I've done this, full disclosure, hanging out a little too late, going to one too many events, going to one too many parties, to be with your SCA friends, and then the next day you haven't had enough sleep to go to work. Or the next day, you might have spent a little bit too much money at the event and you don't have enough money for groceries. Or maybe you're going to miss a bill. Or you had so much fun at the last revel that the next day you can't string two thoughts together to do your job and you have to take a sick day. I think we've all been there once or twice. But if you ever catch yourself, seriously, if you ever catch yourself where 2 or 3 times in a row or 2 or 3 times in even a month, where the SCA starts directly impinging your ability to live a life, to pay your bills, where it starts impinging your ability to do whatever it is you need to do to be able to play in the SCA, you might want to take a step back. You might want to walk away. Now, does that mean quit the SCA? No, I'm not saying you have to quit the SCA. Don't read it that way. But if you ever get to the point where you see that conflict happening, maybe it's time to talk to your mentor, your friends, your baron or baroness, your whoever you socialize with, whoever you look up to, whoever you learn from, whoever, and say, I need to do the responsible thing. I need to take a break. Now, does that mean you have to cut off all contact? No, of course not. Especially not. You know, you need a mental health break. That's when you need your friends the most. And that's where you sort something out. You talk to them. You say, hey, I can't do SCA right now. I need this break. But can you guys check up on me? Or I'm gonna put a movie in the DVD player next week. You want to come join me? Or, you know, when you step away from the SCA, don't put this wall up that says you have to give up all of the SCA. Just draw a line that says, I'll get back to this when I can do it in a healthy fashion. Now, does that mean that you're going to recover in a week or 2 weeks or 3? No, you may be able to. I know I did. I at one point had to take a break. Nothing against the SCA. It was life in general hit me like a freight train, and I just took a few weeks off. It could have turned into a few months if things had gone differently. But I needed a break. I needed to not have the energy needed to do the SCA looming over my head, and I had to concentrate on my work because that's what pays the bills. You may be in a different situation. You may need a month or 2 or 3. You may need a year. The important thing is that you want to figure that out, and you want to recognize that before you lose a job and have to go look for a job, or before you get so burned out that your body makes that decision for you and you just crater and you aren't talking to anyone, and we're left going, where did they go? They vanished. Because I've seen that. What I'm trying to say here is that the SCA is a game that takes energy. And if you don't make time to build up enough energy to do it, your body is eventually going to take the time for you. So understand that you need to maintain that balance. And if that balance ever gets out of whack, you need to talk to people, and you need to sort out what you can do to get that balance back. Because we'd love to have you, and if you ever want to stop by and say hi, I guarantee you your friends in the SCA still want to talk to you. Just make sure that the process of seeing them doesn't burn more energy or burn resources that you don't have to spend right now. That's the real catch here. So, I know, not the happy-go-lucky uplifting thing I really like to post. And it's not the, here's how to go take the SCA, take this bull by the horns and live it to its fullest. But as we're coming into the new year, and as we're talking about what it means to be a player, part of that is what it means to be a healthy player. So I wanted to put that out there and let you, the audience, process it for what it's worth. Until next time, I will see you at the next event. But until then, goodbye. And God bless.